I'm going to hand it over to Sam, who's going to fill you in on a bit of the men's current status, and we'll see what he's got in store.
Well, more. I'm just going to talk about myself, I think. When I first came to Exiles, I got an arm around me when I joined the team. They coined the phrase, once an exile, always an exile. And there is no more truer statement that has been said today of all days, because all these exiles here were once exiles and there will always be exiles. There's 200 plus guys here. It is insane. Absolutely insane, guys. And as soon as that was said, I thought to myself, oh, I'm an exile now. Can't really go anywhere. And ever since I've stayed here, 7 years on, still here, still at Exile, and plan to be for many more years. Yay. Many more years.
So I'm going to pick off pretty much where Joe and Graham left off, because on that fateful day, 7 years ago, when you called me into your office in Stratel, Graham, and told me you were leaving me and the ladies, you also asked if I would take on head of ladies, which was a massive role, and I was 21 and thought, yeah, that sounds great, why not? Massive shoes to fill. Joe did a great job. Also, the time that followed that was quite turbulent. As Jean-Marc mentioned, you're going to have ups and downs, and what followed after you guys left was potentially the lowest point we've ever had, minus not even having a team. We had a home round in August, and we had 5 players. We couldn't even field a team. We had to combine with CBS. We lost every single game, and we had no coach. However, things turned around on a faithful day in Philiphaken, thanks to 2 men. I will not take credit for our Tongan coconut Mark, who is a fantastic coach, because he was introduced to me by Andrew Woods. But I will take credit for you, John. Because had I not fancied your friend Dave that night in Odense in 2010, you and Minnie would never have fallen in love, gotten married, and you would have moved over and coached the women's team. So I take full credit for you, but thank you so much for what you've done for the club. And John, while it may not always seem like it, especially when I'm throwing water balls at you, the girls and I are very grateful, because a team can only come so far if they don't have great coaches with them. And you, Mark, and now Lele, who's joined the coaching staff, have done a fantastic job. So thank you very much for bringing back the Exile spirit.
When I joined the team, we were predominantly French. I think I joined in 2011. Yeah, we were predominantly French, and then we turned Italian for maybe 3 years. Close to, yeah, there we go. Then we went Spanish for a little bit. That was like a year and a half ago. Now we're back to French. Thanks to Talem over there, bringing his whole school over here. Yeah. We're still waiting for Scotland. That's right, Mark. Come on. You got work to do. You got work to do. Brexit's going to happen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. When I started, we were predominantly French. Right, before I say anything, I don't have too many stories.
You're not allowed to tell them for 30 years.
Yeah, I got to wait 30 years, and I was told to keep it clean, so this might be a bit boring. And I had a lot of revealing photos, mainly of Jan, but they were denied. So, just like the previous talk, or a lot of the previous talks, well, apart from you, Nick, what happens on tour stays on tour, so I guess I can't say anything for 30 years. But it's very vivid in my mind, my first Kangaroo Court with Exiles. It was an away game. I think it was a semi-cup final against Aarhus. So I was on the bus. I was in for a world of pain, and I didn't even realize it. Played the game. This was just at the end of the email thing. So it was switching over to Facebook. So I said no on the email, but yes on Facebook. I came anyway, and obviously they were like, yeah, sure, come on board. Played the game, can't remember the score. Came to the back of the bus on some trumped up charge, like debut player or something, and got given this horn, and it was filled with Gamel Dansk. I didn't know what that was. It looked like beer to me. So I drank it like beer. Then I spent the rest of the bus trip puking in the toilet. So thanks, lads. Thank you very much. I'll find my place. Well, actually, they don't have toilets. They don't let you use the toilets anymore, and I think that's because of Exiles. We're not even allowed to piss in the toilets. We have to stop the bus and piss on the side of the road. Who do I blame for this? Getting fingers pointed at me. Alright, I got one more. It's very memorable. We play beach rugby once every year, or we used to at least. And due to some Swedish paranoia, we had to take our passports to ride the ferry. But one player didn't think he needed a passport. We got there, we all went through, showed our passports, yeah. Blonde, female, Swedish, border officer. Came to Murray. Murray Meisner. He's sitting right there laughing like a toddler. He showed up. I think he was wearing sunglasses with an orange rim around them. And he said, I don't have a passport. Well, do you have any ID? I don't have any ID. So we just left him like, oh, he's in trouble, isn't he? Went downstairs and we thought we'd wait for him to see what happened. But to be honest, we thought, border control nowadays, he's gonna have to go home and get his passport. She took him into a back room. To this day, we do not know what happened in that room. He came out with the biggest smile on his face. He got into Sweden without a passport. A South African got into Sweden without a passport. I think today is a good day to find out what happened. Just saying.
Mary, I don't think we want to know what happened in that back room, but we're glad you joined in Sweden, thank you. Now, the current girls team might not be the Golden Girls, because we haven't had the coveted trophy yet. It will happen. However, we are the only team that has a bone breaker. Thank you, Beatrice. We have both a French and a Spanish mafia. And the thing is, it doesn't matter what we win, because we seem to win the hearts of everyone everywhere we go. Notably when we went on tour to Paris. Because what happened was, we went to Paris, almost won the tournament, because of silly French rules we don't really tackle. But then, a few months later, lo and behold, there were 5 French guys who had showed up to play for us. I would like to think that has something to do with us and our little tour to Paris and a certain dance that happened after the changing rooms were explored. So, to sum up, medals, trophies, it doesn't really matter. Exile ladies, you win hearts wherever you go, and keep doing that.
I'm going to finish off a bit lovey-dovey. Hope you're prepared for that. So, as you know, there's been a lot of Exiles couples. And I would like to have a toast for all of the Exiles babies that have been made. The next generation. There's lots of them. There are lots of them. Don't laugh. You know what? You know it's true. Cheers. And funny story about that. We experienced the sprout of a couple meeting and falling in love midway through Singing in the Rain. Rhino Bar Martin and Laura. Over here. Laura saw Martin taking his clothes off and thought, I want a piece of that. And she got a piece of that. And they're together. Alright, I'm going to finish off by asking everyone to charge their glasses again, to thank the Exiles committee for arranging all of this. Without that, I wouldn't be here with the microphone, you wouldn't be bored already. Alright? Cheers! For Exiles!
Exiles! Right, we're done. We're done. We're done. Good, well done.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the end of the first part of the evening. Let's get this party started. There's coffee, brandy, Baileys, and After Eights. Did they come out? There's one box for Lou, and the rest of them you can just share. And yeah, we've got enough money left. The beer is free, so let's get this party started. Right, thank you.